Listen, Mary,
I'm not
will you
gonna
listen to you?
listen to me?
No. I stay out of your mess and we get a brick through the parlor window. Ma was standing inches away.
Mary, knock it off. Siobhan had nothing to do with anything.
She did. She's been fighting this realty operation with nothing but a big mouth and having a
you
great
don't know
time.
anything
I know
about
all about
Mary, you're making it impossible for us to think, let alone talk. Thank you. Call Frank, Siobhan.
And try and explain the mess you've made of it this time.
Mary, cut it out. Ma is not even on the plane yet, and you're acting like a 12-year-old. And you're cooperating. Now, look, there's glass all over the floor upstairs, right? We have decisions to make here. Now, I want things basically in hand before Da gets back from the airport. So shape up. And you too.
While you're doing that, I'll clean up the glass.
I'll give you a hand.
That's okay, Jumbo. I'll get it.
No. Let him.
You always have to take charge. You've been sweeping up the glass.
Siobhan.
All right. Now, the first thing we should do is call Frank.
No, we should not call Frank. I should call Frank.
Fine. You know the number?
Yes? Oh, 4. Hi, Bobby. It's Siobhan. We've got some more trouble with C&P Realty. Could you put Frank on the line, too?
Hi, what's the latest?
Try a brick through the parlor window.
What? When? Was anybody hurt?
Maybe half an hour ago. No, we're all okay. Mother and Aunt Annie were getting ready to leave for the airport, so that caused a little complication, but I played things down, and Daddy hustled them out.
Oh, she played it down.
Good. So you've got the background information.
Yeah, Bob filled me in the other day. I've talked to the precincts and the buildings department. They promised us action right away. Now, maybe that's what inspired the brick.
Maybe. Well, Jack's found out some things since then. Hold on a minute. Tell him.
Hi. Now, this information is from Jumbo Marino, and his sources are very accurate. C&P Realty is only an arm, a very small one, of a parent company that has lots of real estate holdings in all 5 boroughs. A multi-million-dollar operation with apparently no fear of the law. They have lots of violations, and they're still operating, which indicates a lot of protection.
Any organized crime connections?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Jumbo couldn't find anybody that would care to speculate on that.
Yeah. What's the parent corporation called, Jack?
Don't know that either. All tracks are very well covered.
I'm sure, by well-paid legal minds. Okay, Jack, I'll call the district attorney. Meanwhile, I want Siobhan to cool it.
Right. I'll let you tell her that.
What? Yeah?
Honey, look, it's Bob. I talked to Hayes down at the 12th precinct. He's going to send a couple of guys over.
And I'm going to call the district attorney.
Hey, great!
No,
Can I call Ethel
listen,
and the tenants?
Siobhan, I'd like you to back off that for a while.
Back off what? The tenants?
Look, now you've smoked out a real monster here, okay? Now I want the authorities to go after them.
But Frank, I can't just disappear. I mean, those people trust me. Ethel Green trusts both of us. We promised to give them heat and water and...
And what? Bricks through their windows? Or worse? Siobhan, this is very dangerous. Now relax. They'll get their services.
When?
As soon as possible. If you lay off the meetings and keep yourself out of the hospital. This is dangerous, Siobhan. You're not to take any more chances.
I won't. I understand.
Siobhan, what aren't you saying?
Look, I'll control myself, but I think I should stay in communication with them. I mean, quietly, discreetly, nothing public.
Give me your promise you'll handle it in the way you know I want you to.
I promise.
I'll hold you to that. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.
She promised. Well, I don't know if you saw Wes Leonard's column the other day, but he did a piece on the situation. Yeah, the 5 buildings. Well, if you knew my sister, you wouldn't be surprised, Jim. Oh, I know. I've warned her. I had the same thought. I'd appreciate it. Thank you, Jimmy. T.A. thinks Siobhan is a remarkable young woman.
Remarkable, that's a good word. What about the investigation?
Well, they'll get on it today. He figures there's something very ugly hiding in the center of this corporation, so they're going to keep the case very hush-hush.
Well, I'm not going to say anything. You know that.
Well, I wasn't worried about you, Bob.
Well, you lay it on the line with Siobhan. She doesn't talk or else.
Or else never did frighten Siobhan very much.
Yeah, well, she doesn't want her friends hurt. I think she'll behave. I told her Hayes is going to send a couple of patrol cars over to the buildings.
You see, I'm less worried about the buildings than I am about Siobhan. She's a prime target. And I try to tell her that, she laughs.
Yeah.
And I worked like crazy to get here. Now I wish I was back in New York.
Come on, I think Jack's with her. You know she doesn't like to have her hand held.
I still wish I was back in New York.
Oh. Now we're not talking about your sister anymore.
No.
You know, Frank, the afternoon is shot, and you got that party tonight at the State Department. Maybe this is a good time to talk a couple things over.
Sure.
I mean, personal things. New York made me think of it.
Bobby, I don't plan on shuttling back and forth to Jill's bedside if that's the problem. Now, yesterday was a special situation. We had to talk. And I'm glad we did. It really helped.
I understand that. No, it's not a problem with me. It is a problem with Ray. You know, we had quite a scene the other night after you left.
You and Ray?
Yeah, me and Ray, Nancy, especially Nancy.
Tell me.
Well, Ray came in looking for you when you were up in New York, and Nancy covered for you. She does that pretty good. Anyway, Ray saw this kind of a smile between the two of us, and it was stupid, Frank. I know that.
No, I shouldn't have left you in a position of covering for me.
Yeah, I know that.
What happened?
Well, Ray asked her point blank where you were. She said New York. Bam! He takes the top of her head off.
I'll find Nancy, talk to her.
Yeah, I think you ought to talk to Ray, too.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't talk to her myself. I mean, maybe too much.
No, whatever you said, you had a right to say. Now, whatever Ray said...
Yeah.
What did she say?
She doesn't want us protecting you from her. And also, she wants Nancy to know who's who around here. Now, who's who? That's a very good question. I don't even know myself.
Who's Ray, you mean?
Yeah. She's got no status in this office, not with you. Yet unofficially, she's important as hell. I mean, that's confusing to me, Frank.
Well, think how confusing it is for her.
I know that.
Well, I hope everything's all right. I hope she isn't waiting for me to feel the same way I feel for Jill about Ray. She says no. I've never lied to her. I've always been honest. I've never faked it. To tell you the truth, Bob, I do love her in a very real sense. And in a very real sense, she put us here.
Now you want to be back in New York, huh?
Talk about confused.
The DA for the realty company and the 12th precinct for the window, and that's it. Well, I'm supposed to keep a low profile.
Well, that's good.
I guess I should say, looks like you were right.
You should. I was.
Graceless, aren't we?
Hey, okay. How's the look up there?
Well, it's cold enough to worry a brass monkey. But we put some plastic up around the sash there and call the glazier, and he'll be around in about an hour.
You guys okay?
Yes. We've simmered down. I'm about to take off for work. I hope Thatcher doesn't hand me my head.
You're not that late, and you've got a decent excuse. Were there any other instructions from Frank?
No.
You're sure?
Oh, yes. He did urge me to resist your interference. He said, now look, Siobhan, I know that Mary's going to use this situation to dump on you, so just stand firm.
Goodbye, honey. I might be home on the late side. Hope not. So long, guys. Take it easy. Come and see you soon, eh?
I will.
Okay.
By the way, are you mad at me?
A little. I guess not.
All right.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You gotta work?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You?
Yeah.
So, let's go to club.
You know you're a mind reader. You always were.
I got a few minutes if you want to stay and talk.
No, thanks, but a few minutes won't do this one.
You ever heard of the San Gennaro Social Club?
No.
Well, come on. You're in for the thrill of a lifetime. Well, hurry up. They're just gone co-ed. Come on.
Well, it's time for us to have a little beverage here. And here's to bon voyage, a safe journey, and a terrific visit.
May we all survive their absence.
Hi. Is she upstairs still? Maeve.
Well, Ma left.
Oh, no. Oh, not for the airport, anyway. I mean, here I went. I bought this beautiful going-away present. I mean, I bought her this handkerchief with all this Irish lace around it. Oh, I spent hours shopping.
That was good thinking, Delia. She'll probably find difficulty in getting Irish lace in Ireland.
Oh, it's not the point, Kevin. I never noticed you drink on the job before.
It's a special occasion, actually.
And I hope you're not on duty tonight.
It's a very special occasion. We've had a very exciting afternoon.
Of course you have. You had that big party for Maeve, right?
You might say it was smashing.
And I never even met her sister.
If you want to leave that here, I'll tell Ma that you brought it, and I'll give it to her.
No, I think I'll hold on to it. As a matter of fact, I think I'll take it over and just show it to Faith. Oh, it's been wonderful since they came back, Faith and Tom. It was so quiet there for a while, it was just spooky. I mean, since they're back now, she's always laughing and he's always singing. It's just like good old times.
Where'd he eavesdrop? On the stairs?
Well, I did see them on the stairs once, but they were kissing.
Dee, I'd just as soon you left now.
You know, a blind man can do an awful lot of things. I mean, sometimes they're especially good at them. At least Faith seems to think so. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you like that, but you were talking. Well, I mean, at least with them, it's true. There's Faith all going around doing...
Listen, I respect her loyalty to Tom. And you, of all people, have no business commenting on her behavior. Now, you get out of here.
Gladly. Yeah. I guess you liked it better when I lied before. Well, we can't do that anymore.
Going through their files, those tenants are going to be facing the worst 4 weeks of the winter. This is it?
You like it?
Ha! It's wonderful.
As I recall, Mary said exactly. This is Jumbo's table, always reserved.
Does Mary come in here often?
Nah. Once or twice a year. But she was the first.
First woman ever to darken their door. Of course, after that, they had to let Brian in, and I don't see anybody protesting, so I guess you passed inspection, too.
Nobody even glanced at me.
They're sorry. That's all.
Yeah, they certainly are. What is that, one of the requirements for membership here, subtlety?
I'm a member.
Oh, scratch that question. What are you, Jumbo, the president here or what?
Nah, I just been around the longest.
Well, Jumbo was one of the founding fathers. Way back when he worked on the docks, and he was popularly known as the Sing Sing halfback.
Sing Sing?
Yeah, I played a little ball in my day.
I didn't realize they had a team up there.
Top of the league, right, Jumbo? That's not easy when you're playing on cement.
Tackle?
What do you think, Sing Sing?
Oh, I think it's amazing. I mean, not that you're a football player. I mean, you've obviously got the build for it. I just think it's amazing.
In the prison context.
Yeah. Why were you there? You're such a nice guy.
Well, you see, I was much heavier then.
Yeah, about 200 pounds. You see, Jumbo was loading cargo in the hold of a ship, minding his own business, and some guy picked a fight with him and wouldn't quit.
And a real bum. His own mother hated him.
Yeah, so Jumbo sort of fell on him, and he got sent up for manslaughter.
I don't believe this.
Gospel.
Wow. At this point in my life, with threatening notes and flying bricks, you certainly are a good person for me to know.
I like that. Now I got a special treat for you. Some homemade wine.
Is that all true, or are you just trying to cheer me up?
That's Jumbo's story. Gospel. Besides, you're not glowering anymore, and that's a good side effect.
No, I'm still miffed at Mary. She treats me like a fool, the same way she did when I was this high.
My sister got upset. I got upset. And there was general chaos for a while. But Frank speaking to the DA and the windows being mended. I guess the worst is over. Next time I'm late, I hope it's something easy, like a subway wreck.
You must have been terribly frightened.
I was.
Wonder if there's something we could do on the show to help.
I'm afraid Channel 1 can't help. But it's awfully nice of you to offer. Thank you.
No, I wasn't being nice. I mean, harassment of public-spirited citizens, that's news.
When the public-spirited citizen's also my sister, I have to keep my distance.
Why is that?
I wish I had a simple answer. Well, maybe I do. Sibling rivalry.
You'd rather not help her because
I'm
she's...
dying to help. It's Siobhan who won't accept it. She sees it as me charging in and taking over.
Ah, so she's the younger.
She's the youngest. And tough enough to take on all of us.
The last always runs the hardest.
Especially around me. My father says we're too much alike.
I have noticed a certain drive about you.
I have to keep ahead of her, or she'll run right over me.
But surely, in an instance like this, when the welfare of so many families is at stake, your sister would welcome all the publicity she can get?
Not all. Wes Leonard wrote a column at her request. I've kept hands off at her request. Actually, my husband considers media coverage irresponsible at this point because the realty company is obviously a part of something bigger and more powerful. He was right about that. He could be right about the coverage, too.
It's fascinating.
Such childish attitudes on the part of myself and my sister?
No, such conflict among the ranks of the Ryan children. I mean, it's quite at odds with the image that was presented during your brother's campaign.
Yes and no. We always rally round when there's trouble. But I suppose the resentments go deeper than I'd like to think.
You know, it goes both ways with you and Mary. You judge her, too.
No, it's not the same.
Well, you mean you're not sitting here right now with your mind made up that she's out to get you?
It's not judging, it's reality.
It's true.
No, it's not. Now, all the time that you've been involved in a rent strike, Mary hasn't touched it. Now, don't you think she wanted to?
Sure. She would love to jump in with both feet, save the day, and grind me under her heel. We agree about that.
Will you stop being Johnny Ryan?
Oh, well, I can't. I'm honest about my feelings. I can't help that.
You're competitive. Competitive, Siobhan, like every other Ryan I've ever known. The only difference is you compete within the family. I mean, you don't go for straight A's and first prize. You go for Mary.
Look, I've got to handle this situation on my own to prove something to myself. Now, can you understand that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can.
This you're gonna love.
You know, this is a great place. I want to thank you guys for bringing me here.
A very sweet kid.
Hey, to a very sweet kid. Everybody should have one for a sister-in-law.
Every weekend, girls just want to have fun. It's Gilmore Girls on SoapNet. Catch back-to-back episodes of one of TV's most popular shows. Saturday nights at 9 and Sundays at 6. Gilmore Girls on SoapNet.